Hi and welcome. Today I thought we'd do something a little bit different and make an autumn bouquet together. Creating a fall bouquet is a beautiful way to add some interest to your interiors with some autumn colors without committing to a ton of home decorations. First things first, we're going to start with this vase. This is just a simple modern vase that most people already have in their home. You can of course use something more interesting like a vase like this. This is really beautiful and looks lovely with some autumn florals in it. But I don't want to use a cage or anything fancy today. We're just gonna do a loose flower arrangement in a normal modern vase. This is super important. Make sure that you wash your vase before you put anything in it. It doesn't matter if you're like, oh, it's clean, it's been sitting in my cupboard. No, you wanna make sure there are no bacteria in it so that when you put your flowers in, they don't get infected and die faster. This is one way to keep your flowers fresher longer. So I've picked up a few beautiful blooms. First we have these gorgeous red chrysanthemums, or mums for short. Another kind of mum that has this like orange color with green tips. It's so pretty. And then I have some white hydrangeas just for some freshness. These really pretty seasonal butterfly ranunculus. Let me see if I can show them to you. There we go. They're so sweet and gorgeous. They're kind of like a yellow and pale blush pink. And then we have these things, which are so pretty. They come every autumn. They're called cone bushes. I just love that red color. So I have already put them in water just to keep them fresh. I'm going to be working from this vase, moving it over to here. The next really important thing is, of course, your tools. You want to make sure that you're using shears. I just picked up a set of these from Amazon. They're really easy, they're really great, they're nice and sharp. You wanna make sure to clean them between uses. Again, for the bacteria, make sure that you're not transferring disease from one flower to the next. So I'm gonna start with a focal flower. I think I'm gonna start with this red one. And I'm going to remove some of the lower leaves just so they don't get into the water. And I just pluck them off. And let's see, so I'm just gonna cut right here and place it in. And so sometimes I do like an ikebana style, usually when I use a vase like this, something that's like a little bit more flowing and free, and that usually requires also that the flowers are a little bit more limp and loose. These flowers have a lot more structure, they're more rigid, so I'm probably going to create a bouquet in a pattern. So, you know, alternating flowers in the same pattern around the vase. I'm not sure what I want to do yet, so I'm going to experiment, look at colors and heights, and see what's pretty. I'm going to move you down so that you can see what's going on. And take the hydrangea next. Shorter. I want to create varying heights and interest in this bouquet, so I do want it to be round, but I want there to be places where the eye goes in and out, can bounce in and out, just like in home design on a shelf you want places where your eye can rest and come up and down. These have like petals or leaves that go down pretty far, I just take some of them off. They're really interesting. They have this super cool like bud in the middle. I'm probably going to use these to give the bouquet some height. So I'm using also kind of like a lazy Susan. This is really helpful when creating an arrangement. So I kind of want this to be like a dramatic autumn arrangement. So you can see the blooms are really big, and then we're gonna have just a couple pops of these daintier flowers in it. And it's really just trial and error. What I do is I cut and then place and just see how that looks. And then at the end, I'm going to make sure that it actually has the shape that I want it to have. And if it doesn't, then I will trim some flowers down. See, we've sort of constructed the bones of it already. Just doing the larger items first, the larger blooms first, so we can get a bit of an understanding of how we want this to look. Now we can do something a little bit more dramatic and have this out here. I'm gonna leave it like that for now. And then I'll see if I want to bring that one down a little bit. I actually think I want to bring this one down a little bit. Now that I'm looking at it. Yeah. So looking around at, it's looking actually quite tropical, huh? Start to grab these smaller ones, these really pretty butterfly ranunculus. That is so gorgeous. Look at that, such a pretty like peach color, how that pulls in the orange and like the red. So pretty. Little bit. I like to choose non-traditional colors. I love combining oranges and purples and the different shades, not like bright colors. Lots of different shades. Sometimes a monochromatic look is really gorgeous too. Flowers have such distinct personalities, in my opinion. You can really change your home design style. Like, you can really change the way your interiors feel by the kind of bouquets that you put in your home. So I think that creating bouquets is a really important part of interior design. And it also helps you to connect to nature, which we already know is great for your well-being. I'm always saying that. And it's just a beautiful way to be really creative and be hands-on in your design. They also make amazing gifts. Everybody loves to get a fresh bouquet, and I love to give them. You want to be careful. Some flowers are really sensitive to the oils on our hands, so like human touch. These are not super sensitive, so it's okay, but flowers like roses, you don't want to touch the petals a lot because they will wilt faster. I mean, you don't want to touch the petals of any flower very much, but some are more sensitive than others. Definitely don't sleep on these cone bushes. They're really cool and look really cool, kind of like hidden in the back of your bouquet. Like, they're really good for added depth. If you don't want to use like green filler, these are really nice. Once you sort of have your shape in place, you're just gonna keep turning it to see what you like. If you want things to be pulled in a little bit, if you want like a tighter bouquet, or a looser bouquet, you can of course do that. Looser is a little bit harder once you get started, of course, because you cannot re-lengthen the stems, but you can pull things out a little bit. And that's why you want to evaluate constantly as you're going along to make sure that it's just to your liking. So it's a little bit autumn, it's a little bit tropical. In any case, it has the autumn colors, so. Bouquets, you only have to worry about the front. This is an all-around bouquet, especially if you're going to put it on a table. So you want to make sure that you're looking at it from all sides. If it's a centerpiece on your table, then you want it to look beautiful from all sides. If you are just putting it on a mantle, which of course is perfectly fine, then you're only gonna see one side of it. So you could get away with doing something where it's only perfect from one side. Of course, for us perfectionists, that's never good enough. So feel free to do it however you want. It's your bouquet. So we look at it from all sides. It's a little bit of a wild full bouquet, but I kind of like that. It's more about the color this time. So we're gonna fill this up with water, and this is when you can use a sachet of the food. You don't have to throw all 4 packets of the food that comes with each flower bunch in there. So I'm gonna go and do that really quick, and then I'll show you from different angles. fill it up all the way. I usually fill it up to here. Just make sure that all the stems are submerged because you don't want things going limp. You want to refresh the water quite frequently. What you can do is grab the bouquet, take it out, have someone help you fill it up with water, with fresh water, and rinse it out so that your blooms last longer. When you're combining hydrangeas with a smaller flower, hydrangeas drink a lot more water than the other flowers, so the water levels will go down faster, and you definitely want to keep checking on that so that they don't go limp. Okay, so here's our finished product. I think it looks nice and full. So there you have it, that's our autumn bouquet. Let me know if you enjoyed this video and if you want to see more floral arranging or anything that has to do with gardening or flowers. I love anything that has to do with plants and making our homes beautiful. Thanks so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe if you loved it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.